What is going on, everybody? Tony the Arcade Dad here, sitting in my live streaming chair, which means only one thing. We're live streaming. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic, just like I am doing fantastic today. I got my buddy Brian from the Claw Council channel, NOLA Dad 08. He's going to be hanging out with us today, and he is actually going to be doing something that I've been doing to everybody else in the Claw Council, but they didn't want me to feel left out. So he is actually going to be taking over. And Jen said something in the living room that confused me for a second. So he is actually going to be taking over this pretty much this live stream from me. And I just got to get everything pulled up real quick. Let me get my YouTube, boom. And yeah, so he's going to be taking over my live stream, and he is going to be interviewing me. Is that right, Brian?
Oh, it's absolutely right. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I am not going to pass up any of the hard-hitting questions that my audience and your audience has been wanting to know for a long time.
Well, I look forward to seeing what some of those are, man. So I apologize if I end up just cutting camera right in the middle of a sentence. But I just want to acknowledge the chat, make sure that these guys are recognized over here. Popcorn Girl, what's going on? Welcome over to the stream. Sarah, how are you doing? Dragon Claw Games is here. Devin is here. What's going on? I said, sorry I haven't been here for the stream in so long, but I'm back, Tony. Well, I'm glad that you're back. Glad to have you over here. And you picked a good stream to come back on, because now I guess you get to learn a little bit more about me. But before we get started with all this other guys, or this other stuff, not these other guys, but this other stuff, we got new merch on the Arcade Dad spread shirt. It's over there. Got 2 new shirts up there, which is fantastic. We also have NOLA Dad 08 on the line. And by the way, guys, anytime somebody super chats for the duration of this live stream, you get your name on the Arcade Dad VIP or VI Poop. We don't call it the Arcade Dad VIP because it's not P, it's Poop. And all proceeds are going directly to the Claw Council and the Claw Council Hangout on June 9th with NOLA Dad 08. This is going to tell you guys a little bit about starting in about 3, 2, 1 seconds.
Absolutely. So, guys, just to let you know, myself, Tony, Dragon Claw Games, Drew the Midway Maniac, and Joe JJ General One, we're all a part of something called the Claw Council. You can check us out at www.clawcouncil.com. One of the great things, about the world that we live in is we're not near each other. We're spread out, so we use the internet to communicate. But that's going to change, because on June 9th, we are going to be having a hangout in Grapevine at Round 1, which is an amazing arcade. It is filled with tons of skilled UFO catchers and skill-based arcade games, so we can get together, make some great content, and have a great time. That is going to be at June 9th, 2018. I'll try that again. June 9th, 2018, Round 1, Grapevine, Texas. Because this is a hangout where we're all just going to be hanging out playing games, it's going to be around 2 p.m. You'll just see us there. We'll be playing games. Come say hello. We'll probably be making some videos. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I am super, super excited. Sorry, guys, if you see me waving this thing around, this isn't a lighter. I know it looks like one. This is actually my mouse. It's a pin, but it makes things easier for me when I edit. Dragon Claw Game says, I can't wait. I can't wait either. Arcade Gamer, what's going on? Sarah says, hi, NOLA Dad 08. And Cool Nicole, what's going on? Welcome to the stream over here. So, Brian, why don't you tell everybody what we're going to be doing today, since you're kind of going to be like the MC of this live stream?
Sure. So, Tony's done a great job of letting everybody know about the Claw Council. He's interviewed myself. He's interviewed other members of the Claw Council. But so often the person that's doing the heavy lifting, sometimes they get overlooked. And I want to make sure that Tony himself does not get overlooked, because not only does he have a great channel, but he's an interesting person, and he deserves to answer the same questions that he's asked us. First of all, to let everybody know, who he is, more about just playing arcade games. And also, to make the circle complete, that everyone can go to our channels and find out some more information about the Claw Council, about each one of us as an individual, kind of outside the arcade. So with that, Tony, I'm going to throw you the first softball question, right? It's a story that I know you've told several times, so you should have it well polished. And that is, tell us about your name, the Arcade Dad, and, pretty much how the Arcade Dad came to be.
Very good question, Brian. Well, first, you say this is a polished story, but there's more than one way to polish a turd, I guess you could say. But the Arcade Dad, the name, actually came because I am just one big smart butt. That is pretty much the basis of the story. I have a smart response to almost anything that comes my way, and the story starts back whenever Jen first got here. And we got married and everything. And we just found out that she was pregnant. I took her to the arcade for the first time because she's never been to an arcade before. So we went there. She was watching me hit jackpots, and she knows that I watch, like Matt 3756, Arcade Warrior, Plush Time Wins, Carson, Trevor, all those guys. She knows that I watched all these guys. And she asked me, like, you're hitting these jackpots like it's nothing. Why do you not have a YouTube channel? Why are we not uploading videos just like that? And I said, well, we can, but this, because it is a dream of mine, is to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. But I don't even have a name. What would I call myself? The Arcade Dad? And her response was just like, yeah, that's actually a really cool name. You could do that. So she recorded one of my, actually the first video that's on our channel. It's a 10-second video where I'm hitting the jackpot on Whack and Win. Just she's holding her phone up normal, and I just hit it like it was nothing, and that was pretty much the birth of our channel. Now, M27, what's going on? Liz, welcome back. How you doing? And Princess Talk a Lot, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So is that a sufficient answer for you, Brian, or should we go a little bit more in depth? There's not much more in depth.
No, I think that's perfect. I mean, how channels are created are very interesting, right? They're often a reflection of our background, which obviously you have a passion for arcade games. So kind of lead into the second part of this, and that is when you started going to arcades before you had your channel. Can you tell us a game that you played and you went, okay, I like this. This is something that I'm going to keep doing. This is going to be a passion of mine. Was there a game that kind of triggered this whole, arcade, type outing for you?
Yes and no. That's actually another pretty good question. Because, like there's guys like Matt 3756 is a perfect example of this, where he's been doing, just arcading and hitting up the claw machine since he was really little. And, that helped him be who he is today. And it's awesome. However, I didn't get to have that same kind of, I didn't have that same kind of background to me. I actually grew up and my family was way, way below the poverty line. We were actually, there was no money for arcade games. I mean, half the time, that second collection plate at church that, where they're like, oh, this is going to this charity. It was actually going to our family so we could buy dinner that night. So I never got to go to the arcade and play. However, all of my friends always did. And so I always just like watched and saw how much fun they were having, from a distance. And it wasn't until I actually got my first job at Winn-Dixie as a bagger whenever I was 14 years old, and have been working full time ever since. But I had that job as a bagger at Winn-Dixie, and there was a little claw machine tucked in the corner that nobody ever played, and half the time it was unplugged. And I asked my boss Carlo if I could plug it in and we could like get it to work so I could play with it. And he goes, man, don't ever waste your whole paycheck on a claw machine. You're never going to win anything. And it was like the second or third time I ever put quarters into that claw machine. I actually got something out of it. And it was so old and just dust covered, and the colors were faded because nobody played that claw machine. And that was like my own little mini arcade that I got to go to work, and on my lunch break I got to play it. And so that's pretty much what got me started, was just playing around on claw machines.
So, like yourself, the claw machine, right? So that ignited the passion. So let's kind of move towards YouTube. We all have people who inspire us to do the things that we do. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not that we're imitating them, but they do get those creative juices flowing. You've mentioned some creators, some great channels. Is it safe to say that those were some of the folks that inspired you to start your own channel?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I started out watching Arcade Warrior way back whenever he was just a tiny little dude, Matt, whenever he was a lot younger, and just watching him go through different hairstyles and everything is just awesome to me. But, watching guys like Carson, Trevor, Plush Time Wins coming into it. But those were pretty much like the basis of where I wanted my channel to start and go from. But that's a really cool question that you asked, because it wasn't until very recently that I had a full answer to this question. Because the inspiration for my channel changes from day to day. You know, like I met Kevin and Sham from Dragon Claw Games whenever they were coming onto the scene, and I was their second subscriber on their channel. And because he asked me if I would watch his stuff and see if I liked it. And I thought it was super funny. So those guys are an inspiration to me. Everyone that's in the Claw Council, seeing how we work together on a regular basis and promote the same stuff, that is a big inspiration to me. And all the people that actually, the viewers that come to me and say, hey, I was thinking about starting my own claw machine or my own arcade channel. What do you think? Do you have any tips? Those guys are an inspiration to me, because I mean, a little bit under a year ago, I was in that exact same spot asking the guys like Angel and Crystal, hey, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. What are your thoughts on it? So it's like this inspiration from the ground up is like constantly growing and evolving as time goes on. Carson, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Callie Claus, how you doing? Jesse, what's going on? All right. Yeah. So that's pretty much the inspiration that started my channel and continues to help my channel move forward, and, you know, like gets me going in the direction that I think that we need to be moving in.
So I've always said that, you know, you're the hardest working arcade YouTuber by far. I know you feel a little uncomfortable with that.
I do.
But you, from the time I've met you, the energy level, the amount of effort, and I say that because of the word growth, how you are, or how you used to present yourself from that first that first video that Jen took right to now. Mm-hmm. It's just an incredible growth model and an amazing story. So with that being said, why don't you tell us some of your secrets of how you keep the energy level up, about your live streams, how important your live streams are, and most importantly, how awesome it is, or how you enjoy interacting with all of your subscribers and the people that watch your channel.
Well, a great segue into the answer to that question, Brian. Liz, thank you so much for that super chat. You are a hero, phenomenal. Guess what we brought back, Liz, just for you guys from back in the day? We brought back the Arcade Dad VI poop. That's right, guys. Liz gets her name on the Arcade Dad VI poop. We don't call it the Arcade Dad VIP because it's not pee, it's poop. And Liz is already on here a couple times, so she's going again around the back of the turd. Thank you so much, Liz. You are a hero. That super chat is going straight into the Claw Council fund for this Claw Council hangout. You are fantastic. Thank you so much for that. You're awesome. Brian, I forgot the question.
Okay, I'll use smaller words so you can You're the hardest working arcade YouTuber, in my opinion, because of the amount of effort that I see that you put in to the small amount of details. And it shows in the quality of your content. Share with me how you feel, some of the passion that you have for interacting with people on live streams, and also the people who watch your content.
Oh yeah, that is what you were asking, wasn't it? Okay, so holy crap. Liz, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Wow. Liz, you get your name even bigger on the Arcade Dad VIP poop. That's right. She gets her name on the Arcade Dad VIP poop. We don't call it the Arcade Dad VIP because it's not pee, it's poop. Thank you so much. I'm going to write you down on the bottom next to Shan from Dragon Claw Games. Thank you so much. Whoppim, you have reached the bottom of the turd, which it's a good thing. It doesn't seem like it's a good thing, but the bottom of the turd really is a good thing. And I'm just going to stop right there because that's just bad. Bad analogy all around. I'm sorry. But thank you so much for that. You're awesome. Liz says, wait, that was a question? Yeah, I know. I got to remember the answers now. Remember the answers. So, wow, I can't. Wow. Okay. I am on top of the world. You see, because it's an earth plushie. I'm sorry. So, okay. So, yeah.
Do I need to use even smaller words?
Words about as small as my earth. Okay. So,
so how much fun do you have talking to the people who watch your videos? There we go.
Oh man. Okay. first, I'm going to start from the beginning of your question. We're just going to ride this wave and see where it takes us. All right. So, yeah, it does make me a little bit uncomfortable when people say that I'm one of the hardest working people or just a hard worker in general, because like that's just my normal attitude and work ethic toward things. I like to create something and watch it grow and be there for people that want to do the exact same thing. And it's a passion of mine to reach out, help people's days get better. If somebody tells me they're having a crappy day, I want to give them some content that'll make their day uncrapified as quickly as possible. So it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You know, I do a full-time career. I'm in school for marketing as we speak. I actually have a paper that's due at midnight tonight that I need to eat. But I'm talking to you guys because y'all are awesome. And, you know, and of course, full-time career doing what I do, it's a lot of work, plus YouTube on top of that, all the search engine optimization, thumbnails and all that stuff. It's very taxing, but to me, it's all worth it. It's a lot of fun. You know, Jen and I go out with Trey as a family. We record these things. So it helps us out, you know, just be able to separate from complaining about work and all this other stuff. But the growth, you know, it's slowing down, but we're still moving forward, which I'm super ecstatic about. But from the start of the channel, we went from 0 to 1,000 subscribers in 4 months. And, you know, I feel a large amount of that was because of you guys, the viewers out there. You know, I love talking to them. I like the live streams because it gives instant feedback. You know, I can go through and I could read comments all day and I can respond to a comment, and maybe in 6 hours they'll respond back to me. And then that's kind of a conversation at that point. But I like doing the live streams because it's like an instant, and you know, it's an instant reach out to the viewers out there, the people that love our content, that like to watch us more, you know, get a little bit more of the Arcade Dad in their lives, which is just sad. But no, it's not sad. It's awesome. But it helps me, you know, get a good feedback. It lets me test the temperature of the channel, of what I'm doing, if it's good for them or if they don't like what it is. I could get that feedback from them to say, hey, I don't really like that. Or, hey, like Liz a while back said, hey, your thumbnails look a little bit amateur. And I took that to heart, and I don't get mad about it. It's what I call constructive criticism. It's not just saying you suck and moving forward like a troll. It's saying, hey, your thumbnails look like this. Try to make them look like this. And we adjusted and overcome. And that's why I like the live streams. And I think that, you know, reaching out directly to the people that actually watch your channel is the best way to help your channel grow. And it also lets them a little bit on how you actually are as a person, so they could see that, you know, you're not just somebody that puts up that says I'm family friendly, I'm doing this, but turns around on live stream and does something completely different. You know, everything that you guys see on camera is as real as it gets. Now, it's not 100% real because I'm still working on that part. I'm working on bringing my sense of humor and my actual energy level into these videos. But like I told Shan from Dragonclaw Games earlier today, while we were having a discussion about the YouTube channels and stuff like that, is the way that I look at it. Your first year is figuring stuff out. The second year is made for growth. And then the third year through infinity is making sure that your content is reaching as many people as possible and making sure it's the best stuff that you could give to them as you possibly can. So that's pretty much my growth model, why I'm passionate about it, and why I care so much about live streams.
All right. You want to catch up on the chat?
Yeah, actually, that's a very good plan. Let me switch cameras back over to camera A. Let's see. So people are making jokes. That's awesome. I saw somebody put in there my marshmallows are fruit comment. By the way, guys, that actually made it onto a shirt. It's on the spread shirt right now. Let's see. Dragonclaw Game says, Tony, I'll give you $2 to sing a song. What song do you want me to sing, Dragonclaw Games? Because as you know more than anybody, $2 is $2. Prophet of Claus says, Dragonclaw and Tony, what's up? What's going on, Prophet of Claus? Liz says, uncrapified. You're right about that. Everyone loves uncrapified. That might have to eventually make it onto a shirt too. I don't know, guys. First year is experimenting. I'm experimenting with different shirt designs as well. Let's see. Nola, that's funny. Yeah, he is a funny looking dude. Carson says, you guys rock. The Claw Council is awesome. Well, thank you so much, Carson. We really appreciate that. Coming from you, that means a lot to us. Cool John says, what's your favorite claw machine to play? Any of them, honestly, as long as it's not an E-Claw or an E-Claw variant. I love going out and playing on them because every different type of claw machine has different techniques that you can use. And I really don't have like a specific one that I like to go to. I have been doing a lot of Sugarloaf stuff because I am a Gamer Grain ambassador. So I like to promote their stuff. But Sugarloaf is a good brand of claw machine to go out there and to just get your feet wet with. Seth150 says, thanks for the commenting on my tweet today about the Tariba win. You're amazing. No, man, that's awesome. I'm glad that you were actually able to get out there on Tariba and actually, and you know, get some wins out of it. That's awesome. Liz says, I'll do anything for money. Tony, no, not anything, just most things. Cali Claus says, oh, well, just take the money then. Best shirt ever. Let's see. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage says Dragon Claw Games. Also, Dragon Claw Games, thank you so much for that super chat, dude. You guys rock. Y'all are fantastic. And because of that, I am definitely going to be singing you guys a song in just a second. All right, let me Dragon Claw Games. We're gonna go. We already got some Dragon Claw Games. DCG right there on the bottom of the poop, the best place to be, because that's the part that doesn't get stepped on and slipped through. Thank you so much for that, you rock, man. So he wants me to say Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be on YouTube forever. I am immediately regretting that decision. Yeah, Cool Nicole says, Arcade Dad, hi, Nola Dad. Hi, Cool Nicole. How are you doing? Fantastic Wit says, hey, what's up? What's going on, Whitney? Welcome to the stream over here. Yes, Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. If Trey is crying, that is what Jen and I resort to make him stop crying and to laugh. It's hilarious. All right, so thank you for the checkup on the chat, Nola Dad. I really appreciate that. So let's go right back into these questions so we can.
All right. So I promise you that these wouldn't all be softball questions. We're done with the warm up.
Wait,
so,
that was a warm-up?
Oh yeah. So you've had over 100 videos. You're coming up on a year, which means there's a ton of content. I'm gonna ask this: what is your most embarrassing moment that's on your YouTube channel right now that we should all go see? I want to know about a video where you go, thank God it's got 10 views because I don't want anybody to see this.
Well, I don't think there's any right now. But there was one that was just, I deleted it from the channel. I think I told you about it a while back. When I first started my channel, I've always wanted to promote the most family-friendly content as possible. But there was one point in time that I was making a joke to Jen as I got up from doing my intro. And I kind of did a thrusting movement towards the camera like this. And I completely forgot to edit it out. And it stayed, it stayed on there until about 3 months ago when somebody messaged me and said, wow, Tony, I know you're family friendly, but I never expected to see this from you. And I was like, wait, what are you talking about? And they were like, just check here. And they posted the timestamp and the video. I went and checked it and was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that is on my channel. So I, of course, removed that. But the most embarrassing moment that is on my channel is actually going to be another editing mistake. But it's coming out in the video tomorrow, actually. So y'all should definitely look for it. I slip up while I'm playing the claw machine, and I'm talking about grabbing a robot. It was actually this robot right here, out of the Sugarloaf claw machine, and it was grabbing him like this. And it kept sliding off, and the claw kept coming down, grabbing him and sliding off. And I may or may not have said it just grabbed his pee-pee. And I caught it today, but it was so funny that I decided to just leave it in. And I'm still debating on if I want to leave it in or not. But I guess since I'm saying it now, it's kind of there.
Yeah, well, it's out there, right? So, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Has there ever been anything? Give me something that's on the cutting room floor that you don't have to describe too much, but maybe it's something where later on, let's just pretend you have 1 million subscribers, right? The channel's going strong. Nothing you can really do to undo it. And you want to go back in the time vault and pick up some stuff off the cutting room floor. Can you give us a little bit, maybe a time, a place, what you were doing, something that you would bring back and go, ooh, hopefully they'll enjoy this. It's a little embarrassing, not too embarrassing. Still a little family friendly, maybe PG-13, but here we go.
Yeah, if we were gonna bring back like a PG-13 thing, then that dance move that I described to that viewer at the time would definitely have made it back, because going back and watching it was one of the funniest things that I've seen on my channel, but super embarrassing. Another thing is I have a folder on my laptop, speaking of the cutting room floor, that's actually called Funny Outtakes, and that folder is full now. But I have, like, there's so many times, like there's one clip in there that I definitely wanted to put in the video, but I couldn't bring myself to do it because I would have felt really bad about it. But Jen was holding Trey and she was holding the camera filming the intros. As you know, I stand right here. And at the beginning of the intro, I go, "What's up, guys? Tony the Arcade Dad here." And then I start laughing. And what you don't see behind the camera, but you eventually hear, is you see Trey going from a smile to his whole face turning red and a complete look of fear on his face. And then he just starts bawling, crying. Apparently, I just scared the snot out of him. And I have that clip. I really wanted to put it in, but I was like, no, I would be such a terrible person if I put that in. But I am saving that clip for whenever he gets his first girlfriend. There's more stuff in that folder is like Tony's burp compilation. And it's times that I drink soda a lot, guys, soda and energy drinks. And so whenever I'm recording, a lot of times, and almost everyone in the Claw Council can attest to this, they hear it on whenever we're doing our video calls, I have the deepest and loudest room shaking burps I've heard from anybody. And like I have easy 50 clips in that folder of me just in the middle of talking or playing a game, and they just come out just this guttural belch that is just, I just can't put it in a video because that's all the video will be known for, is that burp video. But I might include a couple of those in the 1 year on YouTube compilation that I'm putting together right now, which if y'all stay to the end of the live stream, I'm going to give you guys a way that y'all could possibly be a part of that video. So definitely stick around because I want everybody's participation if y'all want to do it.
All right. Well, I'll let you catch up with the chat, and then I got another good one for you.
All right, another fastball. All right, so we're going back up. Seth150 says, "Yeah, Jones barbecue at foot." Why do I keep doing it? Last Unicorn, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Liz says, "Shameless video plug." Oh, this thing is going to be full of them. I could tell already. The Dragon Claw Game says, "No way, that's hilarious." Liz said, "That's not unfamily friendly." Liz, if you would have seen, let me take the camera off of Brian. If you would have seen the video clip that happened in, like I tried to pass it off as like a dance, like I tripped and was dancing. But whenever I went and rewatched the video, the thrust dance that I did, it was an outright, like, sound effects, noise, and everything. It was a like right into the camera. And it was pretty bad. Like, Jen watched it and said, "You have got to take that down right now." And it was the funniest thing because at the very beginning of that intro, I was promoting family friendliness and family togetherness on YouTube. And then I turned around and was like, "Yeah." So it was bad. It was so bad. It was the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen on my channel. Let's see. Okay, fantastic. But I don't think it was that bad. No, okay. I can. Okay, Fantastic says, "I can outdo you with water, my friend. Hidden gross talent." You probably can, Fantastic Wit, but it's yeah, it is definitely a hidden talent, but super fun to do. It's really funny. I actually am really debating on throwing in random burps in the 1 year compilation video that's coming out at the end of June. It's going to be really funny.
All right, so I told you, here's the next one. You ready? You're in the arcade. You look down, and you are in a challenge with a 9-year-old girl.
Oh, I see where this is going.
What one game, if you played, you would just, before you even played it, would mentally go, "That's it. I'm done. I'm dead. I'll never win it. She's about to wipe the floor with me."
Out the door, because I know which 9-year-old little girl you're talking about, and that is Cyclone. That is way been established. However, that is not going to stop me from getting down to her level. I'm assuming it's a her at this point, and her name might be Elise, and saying, looking at her dead in the eye and saying, "Elise, I hope that you brought some napkins so you can wipe away the tears after I wipe the floor with you, and then turn around and she's just going to beat the snot out of me. But I'm going to talk a big game all the way up until the absolute defeat.
So just to let you know, we went to Dave & Buster's today twice.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and you know,
not once, because they have one machine that was over here and then another one that was over there, and she hit them twice. Okay, so let's flip it
because it's rigged. I like to say it's because it's rigged because I can hide behind that excuse all day, but that doesn't stop the fact that the first jackpot that Jen ever hit in the arcade was on camera, and it was on Cyclone while I was recording my Cyclone bucket list video 3 plays after I hit mine. And Brian left. Brian just wanted to show y'all his best part, his best side. That's what it was happening.
Yeah, sorry. I'm obviously still on dad duty here, so I had to make sure that the scream and the yell that I heard outside was because they saw like a frog or something, not because. It's
okay. Dragonclaw Games put in the chat, getting down to her level. Okay, we all know that I am one of the shortest men on YouTube. Okay, we all know that. The guys that are going to come hang out with us at the Claw Council Hangout on June 9th are definitely going to see it. Me and Brian are going to stand next to each other, and it's going to be like David standing next to Goliath. All right.
I'm not that tall. I mean, I think it's more about you. It's about more about you being short than it is about me being tall.
I don't think so, sir.
Oh yeah. All right. So let's flip this. You're staring down. Your opponent is a 9-year-old little girl, and you are absolutely going to crush her hopes and dreams. You are just going to absolutely annihilate it to the point where she cries so much that her dad has to spend a lot of money in therapy on her for a lot of years. What game do you pick?
I will pick Black Hole and stand behind that decision until the day I die.
So you're pretty confident about your skills at that game.
I am so confident at my skills at Black Hole that I went and I played the Black Hole at the main event in Knoxville, Tennessee, which the screws are popping out and the holes are dug deep. And even if you pull that spring all the way back, that ball's only making it halfway. And I hit the jackpot for 1,000 tickets on it in an upcoming video.
Nice. All right. So you talked about the Claw Council. The Claw Council was something that tell us who came up with the name. Was it yourself? Was it Dragonclaw Games, or was it one of those? It's 3 o'clock in the morning and somebody randomly blurted out Claw Council.
So the way that this happened, I actually got in contact with Kevin after we did our 100 his 100 subscriber collab that we did way back in the day. I say that like we've been on YouTube for more than a year, but you know, and Kevin and I started talking and getting to know each other. And then one day we actually stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
We're just having a really, you know, the conversations that we end up getting into when we get completely sidetracked while talking about YouTube. And we started talking about bringing together a group of people, if we can, to kind of work together towards videos. And I told Kevin, I was like, you know, we could do it, and we could, you know, it'd be like the Arcade Dad family, you know, because it's the Arcade Dad, and it's going to be like a family of YouTubers. And then the more we talked about it, we thought like, hey, if it's called the Arcade Dad family, then, you know, the Arcade Dad is like the focal point, and I definitely don't want that. And he said that he's been actually thinking about literally the exact same idea, but he thought it would be cool to call it something like the Claw Council, because like Dragonclaw Games, Claw Machines, a council of people working towards one goal. And as soon as I heard that, I said, nope, let's go with your idea. It's so much better.
All right, so I'll let you catch up with the chat, and then I'll fire off another one.
Sounds good. Firing them off. I like it. Just busting out these questions, right? So let's see. Going back over, Dragonclaw Game says, well, that wasn't a short joke, but it is now. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yes, it was. Let's see. The Last Unicorn says, a Tariba challenge is needed. We might have to bust out a Tariba challenge eventually. Liz says, I wish I could go. I have a roller derby game to be an EMT at. Well, it's okay, Liz. That's perfectly fine. You know, you definitely have your stuff that you got to do. You got to take care of yourself first, especially since I know that you have a passion with roller derby and you're an EMT. It's like a perfect storm of an awesome night for you. So definitely have fun with that. Fantastic Wit says, I'm actually really curious about this height thing. Well, if you make it out on June 9th, I will let you take a picture of me standing next to giant hairy Brian, and then you will have your answer. Kelly says, "Oh, burn! I know the short jokes just keep. It's either short jokes or redhead jokes." Let's see. Dragonclaw Game says Brian is in fact a giant. If he was green, he would be selling green beans. If he had a bald head, he would be Mr. Clean. Let's see. Fantastic What says Guilt Trip. Fantastic What also says, well, I'm used to being around 6'7" plus ultimate players every week. Oh wow, that's really tall. Nola Data Wade says I'm 6'3", not a giant. Brian, if you stack Jen on my shoulders, we might be 6'2". Liz says you guys are the best. Thank you so much, Liz, for that. That really means a lot. All right, let's go, Mr. Clean. What we got next?
I'm gonna pick out a good question now. Way to set yourself up there, Tony.
Yeah, I thought I might as well just bust it out while I could. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness. Well, thanks a lot there, sir. All right. So speaking with the Claw Council, we've been able to grow the Claw Council, even though you're in it. So I guess you can start there.
You're about to take a shot.
Well, it's so low because it's so easy because I don't have to aim really high.
Oh yeah, you just let the.
I'm letting them fly now.
Gotcha.
I'm not bald. So we just recently grew the Claw Council, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. And I think that's how I could sum up the Claw Council stuff right now. We're just having so much fun. A lot of stuff going on with YouTube, good, bad, ugly, all that stuff. But if there's one thing that that YouTube has done is it remains a focal point to bring a great group of content creators together that we call the Claw Council, and we just get to have a lot of fun. You know, we've added 2 new members, and you were very, very instrumental in promoting the Claw Council and what we do, and getting it to a point where some other people would go, hey, we like that, we want to be a part of it. Talk about these 2 members and you know, how excited you felt to grow the Claw Council, and then I'll have a follow-up question after that.
Okay, there's one for the funny outtakes folder. Okay, so I apologize for that, guys. I'm drinking orange cream soda and it's just gassy. Anyway, speaking of cola break, what's going on? But yeah, so the Claw Council, we added 2 new members fairly recently. Actually, it's not even that recently anymore. There's been some time. We might have to. Honestly, Brian, we got to get everybody together. We have to maybe talk about opening it up a little bit, maybe after the hangout or something. I don't know. It's been a hot minute since we've added these 2 guys. But the first one that we added was Drew the Midway Maniac. Awesome YouTuber, awesome guy. Just really, really cool dude out there, man, out there in Dallas. I am super excited because me and him have a claw machine challenge coming up that we're going to be recording at the Claw Council hangout, as a matter of fact. And is going to be awesome. But Drew's really cool, epic on jackpots. He's got red hair like me, except his is redder, which means he's more cool. So yeah, Drew's awesome guy. Definitely a huge asset to the Claw Council, and is just our jackpot like aficionado out there. And then the last one that we recently added was JJ General 1. He is fantastic, and as Brian Nola Data 8 likes to say, if you want to be his cameraman, you have to have 1 million subscribers first. Totally true. Just really, really cool guy. Awesome family-friendly content. Love his videos. He has his own podcast. Is just another huge and awesome person. And I say huge, like as in a channel, and also as in he is probably taller than Brian. Huge. Just a huge Claw Council member. And I love both of those channels. I followed both of them since way before I started my channel. And, you know, it was just whenever they agreed to come in and reached out to us saying that they wanted to do this, yeah, it just, I was so excited. Like, whenever I got in contact with Drew and was like, dude, would you like to be a part of something like this? And he said, yeah, that would be awesome. How would I do it? Blah, blah, blah. I immediately called these guys and said, guys, we need to bring the Midway Maniac in here right now. What are your guys' thoughts? You know, like telling them this is what needs to happen, but I'll accept your thoughts on it as well. And they all were down for it. And I immediately messaged Drew and was just like, dude, I got you. Let's get you in. Let's do this thing. This is going to be so cool. And then JJ General reached out to the Claw Council, and we started working with him and brought him in as well. Just absolutely fantastic guys to have in the Claw Council, and I'm like overly excited to be able to work with all of y'all within this group, and definitely looking forward to whenever we start to expand and grow some more.
All right, I'll let you catch up with the chat.
Sounds good. All right, this is going to be a quick and easy one. The chat's been a little quiet. Okay. Let's see. Okay, listen, you guys are the best. That was awesome. Callie says shots fired. I know everybody's taking shots at the short redheaded guy. It's almost like high school all over again. Fantastic Wood says easy shots. Cola break. What's going on? Callie says nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was just a little burp. Nazzy, I don't live close enough to be a member, unfortunately. Last Unicorn, we all live about 12 hours away from each other. I am all the way up in Nashville, Tennessee. Nola Dad Wade's down in South Louisiana. Dragon Claw Games is all the way out in Houston, Texas. JJ General is all the way up in Pittsburgh, and Midway Maniac is all the way across in Dallas. So we're all pretty spread out. And actually, Jen and I are going to be taking on June 6th. We're going to be driving for about 12 hours just so we could get out to where the Claw Council hangout is going to be. So it's going to be quite a trek. Arcade Jackpot Master, what's going on, man? Fantastic. What says, I'm not playing Monster Drop with Drew anymore. He just ruins my mojo. That's awesome. Cali Claus says, that was a little burp? What? Yeah, that was just a little guy. All right, we are caught up in chat.
All right, so we got our hangout coming, right? June 9th?
We do. Ecstatic.
All right, so do you want to give a little teaser of some of the collabs we have planned?
Oh, do I? I do, actually. Well, we already talked about the claw machine challenge between myself and the Midway Maniac. That's going to be awesome. There's going to be so since we have my 1 year coming up, we're actually going to be doing a video with almost everybody in the Claw Council. Unfortunately, JJ General One's not going to be able to make it. He has a previous family engagement. Excuse me. But myself, Nola Dad, Await, Dragon Claw Games, and the Midway Maniac are all going to be in one giant just cluster of a video. That's just going to be insane. I can't wait for that one. Nola Dad, Await, and myself are going to be doing a Father's Day collab while we're down there. We're going to be doing stuff at Round 1, guys. We're going to be doing stuff at Main Event. We're going to be doing something at the Nickel Arcades. We're going to be doing something at the other Round 1 in Arlington. It is going to be insanity, and every single one of you guys are welcome to join us for the entirety of it. It's going to be awesome. Fantastic Quit says, quit tempting me. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you the awesome stuff that's going to be happening.
All right. So we now know what we're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
We know that some of the collabs that are going to be happening. Any, maybe any challenges, maybe a few, I don't know, consequences that have been discussed. I mean, I wouldn't know that. I'm relying on you to inform me. Okay.
For this one, I'm going to need the chat's help on it. Because I need them to say yes or no. Do all of you in the chat, do y'all follow Dragon Claw Games on Twitter? Or and if you do, did you see the post that he posted yesterday with all the different sodas that he bought? And while they're answering yes or no on that one, then I'm also going to go into some other things. We are going to have a karaoke room at Round 1 rented. Now, you can't have a karaoke room in a group of people coming together and not use the karaoke room for its intended purposes. So I'm trying to swing it right now to where we do a challenge, and the loser of the challenge has to do karaoke for every YouTube channel and every fan that shows up. They all have to be in there and do that. Let's say DCG is going to do a series on those. Yeah. So Dragon Claw Games is going to be doing a series on the nastiest soda on the planet. I mean, we're talking about bacon soda. We're talking about ranch soda, talking about buffalo wing soda. But we're also talking about doing like spicy challenges. Like one of the things that I'm bringing with me is these right here. This is the spicy noodle challenge, but that we actually did a live stream on, Jen and I, myself, a while back. But we got the 2x spicy. I've had these sitting around since our live stream about a month and a half ago. So we're going to be bringing those. We're talking about getting different hot sauces. We're talking about getting different like super, super spicy candy. It's just Yeah, really bad consequences, embarrassing consequences with the karaoke, spicy consequences. Is so much fun stuff is going to be happening, man.
All right, are you caught up with the chat?
I am caught up with the chat. I think Pumpkin. Let's see. People are saying yes. That's cool. That they saw the post. So yeah, that's gonna be all the nasty sodas that Dragon Claw Games is gonna be touching on, which is gonna be awesome. And if you guys don't follow Dragon Claw Games or Nola Dad 08 or the Midway Maniac or JJ General 1 on the other social medias, you definitely got to go do that. Because there's more updates coming out about the Claw Council Hangout every day. Check us out, clawcouncil.com. There's going to be updates there. Yeah, we're caught up in the chat. Let's roll. Let's bust it out, Brian.
Okay, I had to check my phone because I thought you just called me Pumpkin.
I did not call you Pumpkin, but Fantastic Wit put Pumpkin in the chat.
I don't see it.
It's right below Callie Claus's no and above Cool Nicole's no.
I see it now. You're lucky.
Yep. All right, Pumpkin, you got more questions for me?
Yeah, things are going to get really awkward. I do. All right. So, name one of the things that after all this is said and done, we've created all this content, right? June 9th has happened. It's in the books, and we're just posting videos about this awesome time that we're having. Name one of the goals that you have for post-event. We've done this. We've all traveled. We've come together. We've got all this content. We're posting it up. What's one of your big goals, or what's one of your outcomes that you're looking forward to?
Are we looking at my personal channel outcome, Claw Council goals? What are we looking at here?
We'll start with your personal channel outcomes.
Okay, personal channel outcomes. Well, my first goal is to have Princess Talk a Lot to repost that comment that they put in the chat, because apparently I missed it, and I don't want to miss anybody's comments if I could control that. So definitely put it back in there so we can hit it up as soon as I see it. Personal goal post Claw Council Hangout. Is number one priority is to get my 1 year on YouTube video finished and pushed out as close to my 1 year date as possible. I have been on YouTube since June 22nd of 2017. So let's see what day that falls on. That falls on a Friday. So that video is actually going to go out on the 23rd of June, that Saturday, which is going to be cool. So that's going to be my first goal, is to get that video out. The second goal is I would like the Claw Council to, pretty much, I would like the viewers of one of our channels to be able to bounce back and forth through all the members of the Claw Council, because not only is that going to strengthen and grow the YouTube community in itself, but it's also going to strengthen and grow the Claw Council in itself, because we're looking at doing, more than just this one hangout. We're looking at doing more in the future, and the more people that we get that know all of us, then the bigger and bigger these things can eventually get. The more other people outside YouTubers from the channel, that people that aren't in the Claw Council that want to come and hang out with us, they will be more inclined to do so as well. And just growing this thing as much as we can. Goal from the Claw Council itself is to bring in, one or two more people that, are positive, that share positive views, positive outlooks in the YouTube community, as well as the arcade community, and just promote the positivity and promote the awesome stuff that the Claw Council is doing, like bringing in families like you just did with Elise. And, that'll help promote this positive vibe that we have going on within the Claw Council. Princess Talk a Lot says, my son gets out of school June 7th. Good thing I live so close. So trying to come so far. Plan is still good to come and see you guys. Princess Talk a Lot, we definitely look forward to seeing you and your son. That'll be fantastic. I would love to see you guys out there. Let's see. Jennifer MB, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Says, I bounce like a rubber ball. The Claw Council is great. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. And thanks for coming and hanging out with us and learning a little bit more about the Arcade Dad and my channel, and just some random fun stuff that Nola Dad 08's going to softball in my direction. Arcade Jackpot Master says, can I join the Claw Council? We will let everybody know whenever it's opening up again. Oh my gosh, Elise is just staring into my soul.
Well, there's a reason for that, because Elise, I wanted to let you know that earlier, Mr. Tony said that when we get to the arcade that he's going to wipe the floor with you, and that he's going to absolutely destroy you on Cyclone.
I'm thinking that.
Wait, careful! It's a family-friendly channel.
Hold on.
First off,
hold on. Don't respond.
Immediately horrible about the things that have come out of my mouth previously in this live stream. Elise, you're awesome, and you are one of my favorite YouTubers.
Well, I tell you what you do. You just, from now until the hangout, you just go to bed every night, and you just tell yourself, I am going to train hard. Because we went to Dave & Buster's and hit Cyclone today, didn't we? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so,
no.
All right.
Beat that.
Yeah. Oh, now we're motivated. See, she's got to wake up with a purpose. Now we got it.
I'm deciding to be friends with you or not.
Uh-oh. It's getting personal. It's getting personal.
Don't play the friend card.
You know what we might have to do? We might have to have a pre-hangout press conference like they do for the UFC fights. Oh, I'm smelling ratings, Tony.
All right, Elise, this is my idea. You ready? And this is the first time we've even discussed this, guys. So y'all get to be a part of the Claw Council planning process, I guess. Elise, this is what's going to happen. Me versus you. We're going to hit Cyclone, claw machines, UFO catchers, and black hole. And our thumbnail is going to be us like in a pose, like the UFC poses where we're like looking mean at each other. Yeah, just like that. And and that's what's going to happen. You like that idea? I think that sounds like a fantastic job.
That's awesome. All right, sweetheart. Go back and think of a bunch of creative ways that you're going to destroy Mr. Tony.
I'm always watching you. I'm
always
staring into your soul.
Oh, Tony, you have
I make that face when I'm mad.
you have unleashed the beast, sir. Unleash the beast.
Getting real up in here. Fantastic. What says? Oh heck yes. Let's see. Jennifer MB says, "Ring the bell, ding, fight." Yes. Speaking of the bell, Jennifer MB, if you guys are subscribed and you guys have not hit the bell notification icon, y'all should definitely do that because the videos that are coming out from now until the end of June are ones you guys are not going to want to miss. Shameless plug.
All right. So are you done with the chat and the shameless plugs?
Yeah, Fantastic Wit says my money is on her.
I'm not gonna lie, Tony. I think we've poked the bear.
I think you might be right, buddy.
Pretty successfully. So, all right. I know you've never been to round one. You've never been to round one. You've played UFO catchers, but that's from Tariba.
Yep.
Which, by the way, is pretty impressive. Shameless plug for your Tariba video on how to win.
Thank you.
I've actually watched it. Believe it or not, I've used it and won with a free play, won a slice of ham cushion, which I am very proud of. I would try and show it to you now, but my wife is not as proud of it as I am. So I've been looking for it and I can't find it. And it's probably with all those T-shirts from high school and things like that have gone missing, and I just probably should not ask where they are. So when you go to round one and you walk in, and by the way, guys, this round one is a super arcade. I think the only, and it's a minor knock, is it is a little pricey, but the quality is just through the roof. So Tony, you walk in, you get the stars in your eyes are done. What's the first thing you're going to do? What's the first thing you're going to play?
I'm going to go to Disney World. No, they are.
And we just got demonetized.
No, I'm definitely going to play those UFO catchers because I know that it's done completely different than how Tariba is. The claws are set up a little bit differently. The strengths are different. And also the play style is completely different. So that's why, and like me, I like to figure out games on a technical level, not just on a skill level, but how to technically go about those games to win in ways that, you wouldn't conventionally win from it. So it's definitely on my bucket list to go there and figure out how these things are working and figure out the best way to play. So definitely going to be hitting up the UFO catchers.
So the cool thing about the UFO catchers, or one of the things that I liked about Grapevine, was there's definitely a technique. You can definitely analyze it. There's a skill component to it, but there's also that kind of randomness of where it's going to fall, how it's going to get there, all those types of things. Hold on for a second. Okay, just making sure, because like I said, I'm still on dad duty. Dog's barking. for all I know, the kids could put a saddle on her and, you know, they're trying to lasso a cat in the front yard or something.
I think Elisa's trying to lasso the cat to drive it to my place to beat me down before they hang out.
Dude, she's focused, bro. She's all over it. I'm pretty sure she's in there. She's going to be drawing like a Tony face with one of those red circles with the line across it.
Just punching it on her wall.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to wake up in the morning. She's going to be cranking Eye of the Tiger all day long.
Doing push-ups with teddies in her hand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's going to show up at round 1. She's going to have a grill in her mouth, right? She's going to have tats. You know, it's going to get real fast. I can't wait for the first time she looks you in the eye and she goes, "I will break you." It's going to be awesome. So, all right, I do have one more question, and it has to deal with the future. You're coming up with a year on YouTube. Tell me, when you first uploaded that 10-second video and you said, "I'm going to look into the crystal ball, and 1 year from now, I expect to be somewhere." Do you expect, is your 1 year ride on YouTube any way, shape, or form what you expected it to be?
No, it has not. I told Jen, when we started, because I've had a couple YouTube channels in the past, which I guess you're going to want to ask questions about that in a minute. So I'll leave those for your questions. But my dream since YouTube started doing this play button thing has been to get 100,000 subscriber play button. I've had 5 or 6 different channels in the past. Anything, yeah, we'll get into it in a little bit, but just all sorts of different types of channels. And I told Jen when we decided to do this thing, I said, "Now, Jen, this is going to be a lot of work. I am never going to have another YouTube channel on top of this one. If we have one shot of hitting 100,000 subscribers at any point in time, I want it to be with this channel. I have faith in this channel." And we came to the consensus of, if we do not have 1,000 subscribers within our first year and a half of being on YouTube, then it's probably not going to happen. So whenever we hit 1,000 subscribers in the first 4 months of having our channel, it was just mind blown completely through the roof. I didn't know what was happening. Brain all over the place. It was insane. And then we've hit a steady climb since then. You know, in the next month, 2-3 months, we'll be hitting 2,000 subscribers, which is just insane. We're coming up on 85,000 channel views. We're almost at 100,000 channel views right now. It's been a lot more than I ever could have asked for. You know, like getting to know you guys in the chat, getting to know all these creators, you guys in the Claw Council has just meant so much to us, and it's just absolutely insane. This ride has taken me way further than I ever expected it to.
All right, so before the next one, I'll let you catch up with the chat.
All right, catching up with the chat. Here we go. Most of it's talking about your meat cushion. Midway Maniac, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Another member of the Claw Council right there hanging out with us today. Drewski, the Midway Maniac. How's it going, man? Let's see. Fantastic Wit says that Alicia's going to make a homemade storm stopper button out of my face. That's really scary to think of. Let's see. Everyone's saying that the grapevine is awesome, minus the little price hike that they just had. And Callie Claus says that the meat cushions are lit and they're awesome, and she's jealous that you won one.
All right, so I'm going to continue since Drew's here. I'm going to give you my personal opinion, and then I'm going to ask you your opinion of it. I firmly believe I've been doing the YouTube thing a little bit more than a year. Probably only serious, you know, for a little bit more than a year. I firmly believe that without the Claw Council, right, without yourself, without Dragon Claw Games, and the addition of Drew and Joe and JJ General, that it would be darn near impossible to grow a channel in today's world of YouTube. The rules are ever changing. It seems like when you figure something out, they'll change it. And if you don't have 1 million subscribers, you don't really have a voice. So my opinion is the Claw Council, what we do, is going to be even more important to us as creators, but also to the people who enjoy the content. Because if I firmly believe that if we don't come together as a group and continue to make quality content and drive the growth of each other, then only the channels who've earned the right with those million subscribers and who are awesome, those will be the only ones left standing. What are your opinions of your channel, the future of YouTube, and the Claw Council being able to kind of be a creative force?
I actually completely agree with you on there. Right now, it's super, super difficult, especially with YouTube just announcing that for the past little bit, they've been, you know, working on their little suggestion algorithm and how people's subscription buckets are completely out of whack and out of order. And come to find out that they've been doing it on purpose. They're making it very, very difficult for smaller channels to grow and to reach a larger audience. I mean, I checked my subscription bucket this morning, and there were channels in there that I've never been subscribed to a day in my life. I have no idea that these channels even existed, but it was channels that are playing baby songs, not arcade channels. And I watch 90% arcade channels 90% of the time. So I was like, well, why are these channels in my subscription folder? Those should be in the recommended feed. But no, that's what's happening now. These videos with millions of views are coming in and taking the spots of people that you're subscribed to, which is why the bell notification icon is so important. But I do agree with you. The only way that we need to get out there in front of more people is to work together and make good quality content that people are going to want to watch with their families, because YouTube is becoming more and more of a family place instead of let's go out there, see how many cuss words we could spit out and what we can do to move anything, you know, any content to move forward mentality into a, you know, good quality watch time oriented content that we can push out to our viewers. And I think, you know, having other people that we know have our backs, other creators that could watch a video and say, yeah, you should probably not do that. Or, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do that. You know, that is essential in growing in today's market of YouTube, along with just having people that you can vent to and lean on whenever you need to kind of get some stuff off your chest about how things aren't working or how videos aren't getting views. Because it hurts us as creators to, you know, put something out there that we really, really enjoyed making, or a video that we were just like, I just destroyed it in this video. And then over a 4-month period of time, you see it only gets 64 views. You know, that's like, it's completely demoralizing, and it's like just chopping you down little by little. But you have to have a positive attitude about it, and having a group like the Claw Council to have your back so you could talk to them and they can say, dude, don't give up. Keep your head up. You got great content. Let's work on this, you know, like, and videos coming up. Actually, an update that's going to be happening with my channel. I start out my videos in the plush room as well as ending them in the plush room. Well, we were actually talking this morning with the Claw Council, and we decided that for a couple of videos, we're going to try and see if we could just knock out the intro from somewhere else other than the plush room. So it'll actually be done at the arcade to kind of get you guys into the action a little bit faster, instead of me in here for 2 or 3 minutes talking about nothing and then, you know, going to the arcade. We're just going to start right into the arcade and getting into the action. But without people like the Claw Council having my back, you know, us talking about these videos and ideas up front, I never would have even thought about doing that. And if that's one thing that's hurting the channel, then, you know, it would just continuously hurt the channel. So I think having a group behind you like the Claw Council or another group that promotes positivity is the way forward with YouTube.
Kids beat you at.
There is a large piece of meat on the screen.
Ready?
Oh my gosh, it's Bailey, another one of my favorite YouTubers. How are you doing, Bailey?
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, Tony.
Tony.
All right. Bailey has a question for you.
All right.
Do you get mad when your kids beat you at video games at the arcade and stuff?
Do I get mad when kids beat me at the arcade?
That's a completely random question that she came up with all on her own.
That's a very, very, very good question. No, actually, I don't get mad whenever kids beat me at the arcade. I find it inspiring to me to know that somebody that has a lot less experience can step up their game to a point where they can take me down at the arcade. And to me, it's awesome because it shows that there's still an interest at the arcade, because, you know, every couple of years, there's a drop in arcade popularity. It happened in the late 80s, early 90s, and then it happened again in the early 2000s. But now we're on an upswing, so arcades are becoming more popular. And you know what that means? When arcades are becoming more popular with the younger kids, that means that it's the cool thing to do. And it also means that there is a whole new generation of arcade YouTubers like yourself that are going to be growing out of that. So whenever me and guys like your dad that get too old and crusty to be on YouTube anymore, you guys could take over our spots, and it's just very encouraging for me. It shows that, you know, that there is still a lot of awesome stuff to come, not only with, you know, YouTube channels, but our genre of YouTube content.
All right, are we caught up on the chat?
Let's see. The chat says, awesome idea. Brian, what motivates you to do this, says Midway Maniac.
Oh, well, you know what? This isn't about me today. This is all about Tony. Tony the Arcade Dad. In fact, Bailey's got a question for you.
Okay, so there's one that I need to tell him before I tell him.
Okay, go ahead. Tell him.
Okay, so I have no idea why my dad had asked this, but when he told me to ask that, this reminded me of we were at Dave & Buster's today playing Mario Kart, and I beat Dad 2 times in a row.
Did he get mad?
Kind of.
You, sir, have been called out by your daughter.
I told you, there's no filter. You never know what she's going to say. All right, so tell Mr. Tony.
Again, that is why Bailey is one of my favorite YouTubers.
My favorite game at Round Run is Fishball Frenzy.
Oh, Fishball Frenzy. I think you and Jen should play Fishball Frenzy then, because Jen loves that game.
I'm doing the move.
Oh, you're doing. Oh, she's doing her move. Okay. Hey, when you hit a jackpot or a big win, is that your dance? Show them your jackpot dance.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Can't really.
Okay. Here, I'll hold you up. All right. Do your jackpot dance.
That is awesome.
All right. Great job, Bailey. All right, sweetie. Thanks for joining us on the live stream.
All right, Dragon Claw Games.
Bye, sweetie.
That's exactly it. If 5 people love your channel, then you know that's what you're doing it for. You're totally right about that. The fact that I have people like the Claw Council that watch my content is awesome enough, and the fact that you guys hang out with us on these live streams, that just means so much to us that you know, I can't even put it into words. Let's see. Midway Maniac says Bailey is a legend, and he loves tightrope.
Yeah. So Tony, you know, obviously we're going to be bringing the family, and that's where I was going. I was just going to say, okay, you've seen my family. Now we need to see yours. I have something on my bucket list where I'm trying to double jackpot Space Invaders Frenzy with Elise, and it's something that we get to do and focus on in the arcade. What's one of the things that you want to do with Trey, or, you know, you kind of think about like, hey, when Trey's older and he's watching some of these YouTube videos and he sees what his dad's doing, what's something that you're going to want to do that you kind of hope is that first father-son moment?
Well, I was going to say the claw machine, but Trey here has already won from the claw machine on our channel. If y'all go back, check out the 4-month wins from a claw machine. This little dude won out of the claw machine. It was awesome. And he actually won something that I was trying to win. I just threw the joystick in about the area, and then he like jolted it back and forth, and I made him hit the button. So it was awesome. But I would like to take him to the carnival and have him beat Bottle Up, you know, the way that I did it. And that would just be fantastic. And also I want to get him playing Tariba on camera one day. That would just be super, super funny.
So here's the good thing. A little plug of what we're trying to do tomorrow. Is we're actually trying to live stream homemade carnival games, and we have skee ball, and we do have bottle up, and we have bank ball and ring toss. So we're going to have a lot of fun since tomorrow's Memorial Day. Hopefully we'll be able to work through it and do a live stream. But that means when you get here, you'll be able to play bottle up with and put those skills to the test. So we'll have a little bit of a challenge. Check out Trey. Hey, Trey.
There he is. Jones barbecue and foot massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage.
That's awesome.
And by the way, guys, Trey is going to be at the Claw Council hangout too, and he's going to be wearing an Arcade Dad onesie. It is the cutest thing on the planet. Isn't it? Isn't it, little dude? Huh? Yep, he is looking at Jen. Let's see, Fantastic What says, main event didn't have as many new games as I'd hoped. Made a dry run there. to check. I can't. My screen's really far away from me. And it's really busy. I didn't know. Oh, hopefully they get newer games too. No, he won't. He will be with me. This is Midway Maniac. Yeah, Midway Maniac says I'm stealing him. Funny, isn't it?
All right, Tony. I guess we'll end with this one, right? We'll end with
no. Brian kind of froze up on us. Oh, there he is.
Oh, am I back?
You're back.
All right, awesome. All right. I guess we'll wrap up the questions, with this one. You mentioned your goal, 100,000 subscribers, getting that play button. How many YouTube channels have you practiced on before you started the Arcade Dad channel?
Oh, okay. How many YouTube channels did I practice on before I started the YouTube channel?
But did you have any prior YouTube experience that helped you with the Arcade Dad?
Yes, actually, I have several. I had one where I reviewed bathrooms, which was pretty impressive, called Lou Reviews. That channel is still up to this day. I went to public restrooms and I kind of did a review on them. I saw like if they were gross, if they were clean, and I would rate them in a scale of toilets instead of stars because I'm dumb sometimes. And so we did that, and that was a lot of fun. I also I like how you're so amused by the fact that I rated bathrooms on a public level.
You didn't have to say that. You did not have to say that.
So I also had another
runs at some channels before. They didn't pan out. I just gave you enough rope
to hang myself with.
Totally hung yourself.
So yeah, I did reviews on all over the place. I did another channel where I did a product review, which was awesome. I had an educational channel where I took you guys cave diving with me and I narrated it. And yes, Midway Maniac, I did a bathroom review in a place where there is a lot of sand. I had the educational channel about cave diving in Florida. I also had a channel where I did a product review. And then last but not least, I did a channel where me and my brother did parody music videos where we made funny music videos out of other songs.
So is it safe to say, which by the way, you could have just said the educational cave review channel?
Yeah, I could have done that, but then that would have just been dishonest.
Well, okay, fair enough. But so the point is you have experience at holding an audience, right? Because your live streams are some of the most exciting. I remember there was a period where when you ended a live stream, there was either a natural disaster or somebody was going into labor.
Yes, you are 100% right. On a couple of my live streams back on You Now, where the VI poop originated from, we did a 24-hour live stream that went very well. So we decided that when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we would do our second 24-hour live stream. And 19 hours and 30 minutes into that live stream, Jen actually went into labor, and that's when Trey was born. He wanted to be a part of the live stream so bad that he decided to just come on out. And then another time, you are right, I was doing a live stream and the tornado sirens here in Tennessee started going off. And legit, it happened. A tornado actually touched down less than a mile away from our apartment.
All right. So I want to absolutely thank you first for allowing me to win this with your tips and tricks from Tariba.
Hey, I'm here for you.
I don't want to say it's one of my proudest wins. It is a win, right? So, but I did win it. I won it on a free play, and I won it because you showed me how to do it. So it'll always have a special place. So, okay. How long have we been streaming, Tony?
Quite a hot minute. Let's see. We have been streaming for about an hour. JJ General 1 says, I got a question. Who will win me the stuff from Tariba for free? That's a really good question, Joe. By the way, guys, JJ General 1, Joe is here. Another awesome member of the Claw Council. Wait, we have everybody. We have everybody in here right now. The Claw Council is now complete on one live stream.
Complete. The council is complete.
We have everybody.
Is awesome.
We have myself, the Arcade Dad. We have Nola Dad 08 asking me the questions. We have JJ General 1. We have the Midway Maniac, and we have Dragon Claw Games. Everyone in the Claw Council is hanging out on one live stream. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited.
Is so awesome that world domination is not out of the question.
This
is awesome. The council is complete. Oh
my gosh, that is fantastic. That is cool.
All right. You got the big trip coming up. You're going to be doing Houston. Then you're going to be doing Dallas. Then you're going to be doing Houston again. Then you're going to be coming over here to New Orleans. We've got some things teed up. We've got everything from a laser tag battle planned. We've got some homemade carnival games planned. You are going to go shoot bees, correct?
I am going to go shoot bees, and it is going to be one of the greatest days of my life.
So you want to inform anybody what shooting bees is all about?
Yes, it is. What Nola Dad 08 says is an initiation into the Claw Council, even though I'm one of the founders of the Claw Council. There is an arcade called Speedy's in Houston, Texas that actually Dragon Claw Games did their first video at. And there is a game there where you shoot bees. And it is notoriously hard and just absolutely just looks like the greatest time on the planet. And Nola Dad 08 got a shot at it. I've never played it yet, but he has. So, Brian, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about how this game plays?
Well, I will start with Bailey actually starts out playing the game and sets a score. Not going to ruin it, but I'm just going to tell you, the first time you play the game, you better set the score. You better beat. I think she was 6 years old at the time. Yes, she was 6 years old at the time. Her birthday was in April, and I think her birthday was shortly after that. So she was 6 years old when she set her score on shooting bees at Speedy's Arcade. And first off, you're right. It seems to be like an initiation to go play this because Kevin and Shan from Dragon Claw Games, it was their first video. It was one of the first things we ever saw Kevin do.
Yes,
which was shoot bees. And the first question that we all had is, Kevin, why do you hate bees? Right? So it was a lot of fun. We did get to shoot bees. I'm excited for you to go to Speedy's Arcade. So.
One quick second. G-Team fam, what's going on? How are you doing today? Welcome, and thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us real quick. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Fantastic. Did you break jackpots again? Oh, man, that game is funny. Dude, I can't wait to go shoot bees. Yes, I might have one, too. I mean, event. Cool. As Dracula Game says, it's old, pays out tickets in the single digits at 25 cents a play, and you need to be at least 6 feet to lean over and to even have a chance. I will make sure to bring a step ladder. And Fantastic Wit says, pretty sure we have one mom and pop arcade close to my apartment. Oh, you are so lucky, Fantastic Wit. All right, so Bailey is setting scores high on some B games, right?
She is absolutely setting the score. And then I set a score, and then I think Elise sets a score. So we've been there. Just catching up with the chat. By the way, guys, I haven't been able to see the chat. I've been trying to keep up with it on my phone. So anybody comments to me, first of all, thank you. Appreciate all the positive comments. I've been flipping through here. I've seen some great comments about myself and my family. I always appreciate that. I'm assuming we're caught up with the chat. And,
yes, sir. We were caught up with the chat. And by the way, we really hope that G-Team fam is feeling better. Been feeling a little bit rocky today. We really wish you the best and hope that you start feeling better very soon.
So I noticed we do have the Claw Council in here. Just want to tell you guys, since you're in here, if it's not obvious, we are having so much fun. And if that's the way that I could just kind of sum everything up right now, is we're having a lot of fun. Regardless of what happens to YouTube and all the drama and everything that goes along with it, we're not impacted by it because our main goal is to have a blast and have a good time and then share it with as many people as we can. And that is an absolute blast. And one of the things I think that we're doing is we're growing and we're learning. For instance, like Tony said, he's going to be changing up the intros to his videos. I'm making changes where I want to add more family stuff outside of the arcades into our videos because that's what's important to me and what I want to see when I go and look back on these things. So we are going to be discussing the growth of the Claw Council. It's an exciting time. When we sat together and we kind of, threw this together, we genuinely, there was an option that it would go nowhere. I mean, that was a legit outcome.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is a very, very difficult platform. You fight for every single view. Every single view when you're a small-time YouTuber, you fight for it. And, when we put together the Claw Council, it was like, hey, we really don't have to worry about bandwidth on the website because it's only going to be like us and our parents that are going to be viewing this thing. So we're good, which is a great segue to www.clawcouncil.com. Go give it a few views. See everybody in the Claw Council. They are incredible creators.
Holy crap, Brian! I gotta pause you there. I'm sorry, I'm just breaking into your sentiment on the clawcouncil.com, man. But we just got an update, dude. Last Unicorn, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. You get your name all up and down the side of the Arcade Dad VI poop. That's right. You get your name on the Arcade Dad VI poop. We don't call it the Arcade Dad VIP because it's not P, it's poop. And you were going right down the side. The last unicorn. Thank you so much for that. That is going straight to helping out, actually, the Claw Council itself. You are fantastic. Thank you so much for that. I can't express it. You are fantastic. Thank you so much. Let me switch it back to Brian now. I'm sorry I saw that and I had to jump in. I was like, I got it like a tiger, I was like, tiger blood.
Hey, I know my place. And $10 is $10, right? I mean, that's the way it goes.
I'm sorry, I just had to bust that out real quick and bring that in.
No shame in my game here. Okay. I get it. All right. Somebody gave you $2 and you were barbecuing and foot massaging all over the place. I totally get it. So, it's going to be fine. So Tony, I do want to tell you one of the things that really sticks out to me on one of my favorite moments is when myself and Elise kind of took over your channel.
Yes.
And we made that one video. That was so much fun. It was fun for a ton of reasons. One is you were recovering from back surgery, and we definitely wanted to help you keep your channel moving because it is important in the world of YouTube. But it also allowed myself and my family to sit down over dinner and be creative, right? It was something that was different. Most of my videos is me just chasing my kids with a GoPro. This was, we sat down and we kind of thought about how do we want to do this? And we didn't really we didn't really tell you about it. We just said this was our premise, right? This was our idea. And it was so awesome to see the kids kind of come up with this creative idea and then to take it literally from the back of the napkin that we were doing at dinner. And it became a real thing. It became a real video. And then to see other members of the Claw Council, Dragon Claw Games, same thing. The creative spirit with Kevin doing a very impressive crocodile hunter. And I guess the fact that I could identify that he was trying to impersonate the crocodile hunter.
That video, she was laughing and just kept asking, why is Kevin talking like that?
And then, of course, Drew and all these guys just really rallying around and helping, and just a fun event. What was it like to have the Claw Council kind of rally around and take that content and put it on your page?
Honestly, dude, just speaking from the heart, first off, I'll have to say that it meant so much to me, but giving you guys my username and password was the most nerve-wracking and scariest thing I've ever done in my entire life. They were like, hey, just hook this up. I know that you have all these videos scheduled, but there's something we want to do to your channel. And I was like, you want to do what now? So that was crazy. But no, for real though, it meant so much because that point, last year, was a very, very, very rough year for me. I mean, back last May, actually, right before we started our channel, what was it, Jen, about a year ago, 2 weeks ago, that I had the appendix thing. I legitimately almost died in the hospital. I went into a very bad shock. I had really bad internal bleeding from a surgery that went wrong. So I almost passed away in the hospital. Following that, we started the YouTube channel, and then I had more surgeries throughout last year. And then the back surgery pretty much just put me in just a really bad spot, mentally, emotionally. It was really bad. So having a group of who I consider very personal friends rally around me in that time of need, even though, and I mean, guys, I'm going to come totally real with you guys to see what happened. I knew I was having this back surgery coming up. We fell on a little bit of a financial hard time leading up to this surgery, and we didn't have any videos going into my surgery. Like, my channel was going to be put 100% on a standstill after the surgery, which was a 1.5 month recovery. I'm still going through some recovery, but it's mostly complete. And I had no content, and he has big back surgery. There is no moving after that. You know, I was on my back for 3 weeks, not moving. So what these guys did as the Claw Council, man, they rallied together and they booked me a hotel in Pigeon Forge, put money in my account, and said, this is for you and Jen to go record videos. So that is why during that brief period of time when I was out, that I had nothing but like videos from Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg and the Arcadia Arcade and Big Top Arcade. Ivan, the manager at Big Top Arcade, and the guys over at Arcadia hooked us up, man. They let us go in there. They let us film and just have a blast, you know, and that's the kind of stuff that the Claw Council does. And then having them, there was a two video period of time where I wasn't able to fill that gap, and I could not go out and record videos. So what they did was they stepped in, and it hit me in a weird spot, actually, but they actually stepped in and they recorded. They went out of their way to record not only their own videos, but to record, edit, put together in a fantastic fashion, by the way, videos for my channel, and they put them up. So it hits me in the softest of soft spots, man. The fact that you guys came together and rallied around me during that time and just pushed me forward and pushed me and Jen forward and helped us get through that time. Just absolutely amazing, and it means the world to us.
So, Tony, I'll let you catch up with the chat. I'll give you kind of some closing statements here, and then we'll go on.
That sounds good. Let's see. Coming back over here to my camera, Drew says, I don't play him anymore. Last Unicorn says, I spent $70 to win a Cubone. Midway Maniac says, my password. Let's see. Fantastic Wit says, whether you're on the viewer side or the creator side, if it's done with respect and good intentions such as this, amazing things come out for everyone. You are totally right about that, Fantastic Wit. Good Club Game says, yeah, I bet. Like if you knew you were doing, you could chain win and make cash. Drew. Let's see. Midway Maniac says, dude, holy crap. Yeah, it was a really rough year for us, guys. Last Unicorn says, oh my God, appendix and back surgery. Yeah, there were a couple more facial surgeries that I'm not comfortable enough yet with the internet to disclose. But yeah, there's that. G Team Fam says, I go to the doctor Tuesday for my legs, and they were talking a while back about surgery as an option. So prayers, please, definitely prayers going your way. If you need anything, let us know, and we'll be there to back you up. Trust me on that one. Well, I've been there. Last Unicorn says, props to you, Tony, for bouncing back quickly after your back surgery. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Callie says, oh, that's amazing, dude. Yeah, the Claw Council is such an amazing group of people, guys. And if y'all aren't subscribed to each and every single one of them, Nola Dad 08, Dragon Claw Games, Midway Maniac, and JJ General 1, you definitely have to jump in on that, man. It's all awesome content. And you could go in the description of any of my recent videos, and all the links to the channels are going to be on there. Or you could just go to clawcouncil.com. I'll put the link in the chat when Brian takes over again in a second, and you could just see all the channels on there, man. They're all awesome. Dragon Claw Game says, anything for our friends. You're totally right about that. Here, Claw Council is amazing. I totally agree with you, Last Unicorn. And Claw Couple SG Vlogs pops in and says, what's up, Arcade Dad? What's going on, Claw Couple? How you doing? And welcome to the stream. Let me pop back over to Brian over here, and I'll put the link to clawcouncil.com in the chat.
Awesome. So, you know, Tony, the first thing I want to do is say thank you. I want to say, you know, thank you for your effort. I want to say thank you for all that you've done, being a pillar of the Claw Council and putting this together, working with Dragon Claw Games and having vision. I think that's the biggest thing is your vision, and then bringing it to us, and then you know, that spark of energy. You know, you get things done, and that's why I say you're one of the hardest working, or the hardest working arcade YouTuber. But I'm a little bit biased, right?
Yeah.
So I guess to sum this up, thank you for answering the questions, even the tough questions, and even answering them in ways that you didn't have to, right? And being totally honest. I look forward to this. I'm excited about your 1-year anniversary coming up on YouTube. Some of the ideas that you floated around, some of the cameos that are going to be happening in that video. It's going to be better than a remake of Ocean's 11, right?
And you're right. We are going to have some cameos from some pretty awesome people that are going to be popping in on that video. The clips from these people are already starting to come in, and is just watching the clips is making me a little bit emotional about it. It's going to be an awesome video.
So with that being said, I think I'm officially done. You've run through the gauntlet. I think you've passed. I don't think there's been any no casualties, so to speak. So thank you again. Thank you for putting this live stream together. Let me ask you questions, but most importantly, thank you for the previous live streams where you have interviewed us as members of the Claw Council. That's been a lot of fun. Tony, congratulations on your upcoming 1-year anniversary, and you know, many good things ahead. And I look forward to being a part of it. Thank you, sir.
Hey, no, thank you, man. That means a lot, and I'm definitely excited about the Claw Council hangout coming up. Our Father's Day collab that's going to be coming up. That's going to be insane. And that was a really good job. Thanks for all the really good questions and the tough questions, Brian, man. But you did a really good job with that segue, because I actually almost forgot to say this. But it's time for me to tell you guys how y'all could be a part of the Arcade Dad 1-year anniversary video. And if you want to do it, that's awesome. If not, then that's totally fine. But I have some cameos coming in on this video saying congratulations, the Arcade Dad, for 1 year. So if you guys want to be a part of this, you could take a video of yourself, you know, in an arcade, or with a prize that you've won, or just of yourself. It doesn't matter. Now you can do it with your phone or camera or whatever. Just saying congratulations, the Arcade Dad. And if I get a video, then I will include it in the 1-year anniversary video compilation that's going to be coming out. And you're going to be alongside a couple cameos from some big YouTubers, from some small YouTubers. It's just going to be a really, really cool video. And I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to put an email address in the chat. It is my the Arcade Dad email, and you could just send the clips over to my email. Let me know what your YouTube name is so I know who it's coming from. And if you have a link to your channel, or just a link to any social media you want me to put on there, then I will put that at the bottom of the screen with your stuff. So you could, if you want to do it, then you can record the video. I'm trying to keep them all between you know, 5 seconds, around, you know, just about 5 seconds, so it's not going to be like an hour of just video clips. But I would like, you know, if you guys want to do it, then definitely would. It would mean a lot to us. And you could just send them over to the arcadedad@gmail.com. That's going to be the Arcade Dad email address that you guys could reach out and send those clips to. But I want to thank everybody for coming in today and hanging out with us and learning a little bit more about not only the Claw Council, but myself as well, on a more personal and YouTuber perspective, I guess. So you guys got to learn a little bit more about the channel, where it came from, what we're doing, what our plans are, the Claw Council, how it came, where it came from, what we're doing, and what our plans are. And it's been a fantastic time. Thank you guys all so much. The super chats coming in from Liz, from DCG, the last unicorn. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Carson says, have a great night, everybody. Carson, thank you so much, Carson, as well, for your support and being there and everything. And also for coming and hanging out in the live stream, man. And yeah, thank all you guys for hanging out with us today. And as always, guys, remember, if you have trouble finding your inner child, it's probably at the arcade. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in tomorrow's Memorial Day video. Peace.